funding round, based upon where we stand sort of the end of the last funding round, I would propose to the board you endorse, and there is a motion and a letter that's been distributed to you for them to use so this evening. Jim?
Greg, if this is not time certain, I'd like to request the board that we put it on the next meeting on the agenda. I know I've brought this up a number of times about voting on something. I can see if it's an emergency, but if it's not an emergency, to have it on the agenda to vote on it, that's what our...
Well, that'll be Monday night.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what our policies and procedures do call for.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem voting on a Monday night, but just have it on the agenda.
When are they required to file the application? Do you know that? I don't, but I don't see that there's any reason why we can't comply with the selectmen.
I think it's appropriate, given the fact that it wasn't on the agenda for this evening.
And then lastly, number 4 in my report, didn't know whether the board was aware of 4th of July festivities coming up. Anyone wants to report on it?
Do I want to report? No, but I knew about it. I was gonna bring it up under my old and new business, but go,
No, please.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was informed by a member of the 4th of July committee that the annual festivities at Ipswich River Park this year will be canceled due to a lack of funding. And the committee is looking to reestablish the 4th of July celebration again, beginning in 2010. So, sorry to go out on a sad note, but I figured it was important that the public should be aware so that it can be reported in the newspaper that there will be no 4th of July activities this year. Is that it?
Just one item, and I'm sure I share all the board members' concern. Mr. Victor Lee, the proprietor of China Cuisine, was the victim of a senseless and tragic occurrence Friday night. Just hope he has a speedy, healthy recovery quickly, and hope that the perpetrator is caught quickly. And I commend the police department for the work that they've done so far, and the emergency personnel that responded to the scene, and again, just hope that Victor gets well quickly. He's a terrific person, great business person in the community, and he's done a terrific job with the restaurant there since he's taken it over. But terribly tragic and senseless, and hope he has a speedy recovery. So,
I'd like to echo that sentiment. I guess we all know Dewey personally, he's such a great person, so yes, we hope for his speedy recovery as quick as possible for his family and for his business. Also, I'd like to make a motion here for the waterways. That was just given to me by Conis, if you don't mind. Mr. Chairman, I move to establish the fiscal 2010 water rates at the same tiers and amounts as set for the current fiscal year.
Motion by Mr. Bruno, second by Mr. O'Leary. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else? Joe?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I also echo the sentiments of my fellow board members on Mr. Wee, and I wish him the best of luck in his recovery and a speedy and swift recovery. I also wanted to comment on the Memorial Day Parade. We had great weather, we had great turnout, and it was a fun time for all. A little bit warm out there, but it turned out to be a fun time for all. I had quite a sheet written out here, but I've calmed down since I wrote it, so I'm not gonna go into all of it. But I did watch the last meeting over the FAC committee, and I was quite upset. I think, Mr. Chairman, you've made it quite clear of what we wanted the fact to do, and the chairman came in and said, what do you want us to do? I mean, so I'm not gonna belabor the point, but you made it perfectly clear, Mr. Chair, of what we expected. It's a shame that some members have resigned because they didn't get the split tax rate, which is exactly what their chairman said, but, so I hope they can go forward and keep going, but, they do have to realize that it's recommendations, and this board may or may not support any or all of them. Thank you.
I had asked, Sean to set up a meeting with Mike, he and I, sit down, kind of have an offline discussion on how best to move forward, and then Mike's mother passed away, and
Yeah.
things have been put off just,
Yeah,
still
no,
on-
no, that's
it's still
fine, yeah.
on the agenda to,
Yeah.
I mean, it's on,
Yeah,
on
on
radio,
the
to
burner,
do
yep.
something, anything else, Joe?
No.
I have a few things, so maybe a few minutes, but I just want to respond to Mr. Vino's concerns regarding the fact, I'll take full responsibility as a liaison from this board to the fact that, communication can be a lot better, it will be a lot better going forward. I think it's a worthwhile committee, a lot of time and effort has been put in by all the members of that committee. Some members have stepped away, it hasn't been directly related and solely related to the split tax issue, but I'm confident that committee will get off the ground again, running again. In fact, there's a meeting scheduled for tomorrow evening. So that committee will move forward. It's beneficial for this community that committee continues to plug along. I too want to thank the organizers of the Memorial Day Parade. Once again, thank the Masons for the flag, the new flag that's now flying on the Common, and I thank our chair, Mr. Lucieri, for a very eloquent speech he gave last Monday. I also want to applaud, the Relay for Life was held this past Friday evening down at the high school field and track. They applaud all the volunteers and the donors who walked for a 12-hour period from 6 p.m. Friday evening to 6 a.m. Saturday morning through the torrential downpour at about 3 o'clock Saturday morning and raised quite a bit of money for the American Cancer Society. The other thing I point out regarding that event was that I was down there helping my wife and her team disassemble early Saturday morning, and 2 hours later I went by and there wasn't one piece of trash left, and I applaud the DPW in their cleanup efforts. We could have eaten off the track in the grounds 2 hours later at about 8 o'clock Saturday morning. I too pass along my praise and thoughts for the Huey family. The senseless attack that Victor suffered at the hands of an employee last Friday evening was just unconscionable. As was stated by many members here, he's a terrific business owner. He's a homeowner in town, very, very charitable. I think, in fact, this current Little League season, he sponsored not one, not two, but 3 Little League teams. He doesn't say no to anyone. This attack should not have happened to anyone, but especially Victor. And my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Also, I want to remind everyone who's here, as well as those watching at home, that town meeting, a very important town meeting, will be held next Monday evening at the high school auditorium. We are in unprecedented times. Our state legislature and our congressman in Washington, D.C. has not helped us enough. We need a partnership with all municipal unions, both on the general government side and on the school side, to partner with us and come together to find a solution to our budgetary issues. And I ask everyone to join us in coming together to close this budgetary gap that we have for this year, and it looks like we will have again the next year. So I invite everyone to come. If you're a voter in town, please come. We're a quorum of 150 people, and you should take part in local government. That's what I have for this evening.
Thank you, Sean. Our vice chair has done a great job of saving a lot of words for me. I could just say, I echo all of his sentiments and comments. It's really a sad situation for the incident that occurred at China Cuisine, and I wish Victor a speedy recovery. Memorial Day, and this is not to detract, because I think that the whole was a miscommunication, evidently, with the organizers in setting up the PA system at the rotunda there, and it was the Reverend who brought down a substitute system from the church at the last minute. And it seemed like I bring it up because evidently this equipment was locked up at Parks and Recreation, and even the police department didn't have access to it. That should be fixed. Evidently the individuals who normally would have taken care of that was out of town, and no one could get into the building to retrieve the equipment they needed. Monday is town meeting, and as Mr. Delaney just said, this town meeting requires a quorum of 150 voting members. So I would encourage everybody that's planning on attending to see if they could encourage a neighbor or two or a friend or two in town to attend the meeting. We don't want to go through the process of holding town meeting without a quorum and then finding out that we have to schedule another session of town meeting or a special town meeting to correct any issues with the powers to be stole or something. So, again, I would encourage everybody to attend. It's an important meeting. It's the budget portion of the meeting. We have some hard decisions, and there may be some additional decisions by the time we get to town meeting. The warrant, the omnibus portion of the warrant will be on the town website in the morning, sometime tomorrow morning, no later than noontime. Is that fair? And there will be copies available at Town Hall, at the town clerk,
Town clerk in the library.
and at the library, the front desk of the library, is that where, beginning sometime tomorrow afternoon.
That's right.
With that, I'll entertain,
Maybe
Oh.
we'll hit the-
that's right.
Chair,
Yeah.
just
Work with us.
my-
All right, before we get to that, Sean's got one other.
Yeah, in my laundry list, I forgot one item. I just wanted to commend both the town administrator and the building inspector who looked into the issue down at Cold Spring Road that came up as a result of a letter that was sent to the board about 2 or 3 months ago. My understanding is the building inspector determined that the business being run out of that residence was an illegal business. It's not grandfathered, and has instructed that that business should be shut down, and the owner must go to the ZBA to get approval. So I thank the town administrator and the building inspector for their efforts.
I'm glad you mentioned it, because someone had told me on that again.
And someone had placed the letter to the editor as well.
Okay, Don?
FinCon just concluded its meeting, and we voted to the omnibus budget articles.
Any differences from under the town administrator's recommendation?
And the 210,000 that we shipped to the school, that's a non-issue. I wanted to make the comment that originally, as you're well aware, we were planning on using the reserve fund surplus for that purpose, and we couldn't. So we're putting that into stabilization. Under the stabilization article, $155,000, I guess, is FinCom's agreed to.
We decided that we didn't know the number, we didn't vote on that. There was some discussion and concern about the whole issue of stabilization. I think we need more discussion on that. But it's 175?
Yeah, we recommend.
Well,
Is that what you recommend?
that's what we're recommending, 175 to be put into stabilization, but the town meeting be told that the plan is to utilize that as if it was free cash in October, if required. And that would cover the risk we're taking with the insurance, moving that money to the school, and it would also fill in a couple of other things, depending on what happens. If by the insurance